Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is April, let me look at the calendar. I think it's April 28th. Yeah, it's April 28th. I didn't even look at the calendar actually, it's just my diary. April 28th, 2024. Alhamdulillah. This is the first part of the video probably, which I'm gonna record, and I'm recording this video right now. It's about between 5 to 6 p.m. right now. And why I'm recording this part of the video? Because I don't know if you can see it, but this tree, and I mean there is two all of these trees, so okay, I don't know how to say it in English, but I helped my mom in the garden. I mean, my grandma in the garden. So this is a epic moment which I would like to remember for the rest of my life. So the quote goes, after helping your grandma in garden, it's time to make $1 million. So right after clicking the pause video or stop recording button right now on my camera, I'm gonna go ahead, DM some people on Instagram. The goal is to DM 30 people under 5,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers. And I'm gonna go ahead, apply for some coding jobs, or at least find those coding jobs and find some emails related to that company to be able to not just apply to the job itself, but also a message to that guy or girl, letting them know about me, yeah. $1 million. I mean, the main way how we're gonna make $1 million, the main source is, our how to say that, the main source, I don't know how to say it another way, is our web design agency, and we're gonna DM some people to find clients for our web design agency. So right away, okay, you can see it here now. Tashkent, 11:34 p.m. man, 11:34 p.m. Okay, this is one thing I wanted to show you. Second, right before recording this video, the thing I spent most of my time and still got only 4 results. I'm sorry, I know I showed you the emails for which I worked so hard, but still, you know what, even if you're gonna email these people, I don't really care, man. Second, these are the companies I'm trying to apply to work at. So now you saw the amount of the people, the amount of work which I have put in. I don't know how many hours. I don't think it take me hours, but it took me quite a little bit of time, like maybe 30 or 40 minutes to get these 4 emails out. And now you know how much work it took me. I can close my MacBook and focus on this video, because I don't want this video to be published on the date for tomorrow. It's right now, it's April 28th, and it might just happen that if I'm gonna upload this video at like 12 a.m. it's gonna count as April 29th, and I don't want that to happen because it's another day. Yeah, I DM'd to 30 people. Actually, let's check Instagram. Maybe there's some things happened. Okay, you know what, before that, there's multiple ways we're trying to make money, right? Alhamdulillah, there is one very valuable skill I'm learning, practicing, repeating. There's certain, these front-end classes which I'm doing. For those who are new and for those who didn't knew that before, these front-end classes are not something new which I'm learning. I already have graduated from coding bootcamp on the November or October of last year. These lessons which I'm learning, going through, are the lessons which have been recorded when I was studying in 2023 at that coding bootcamp. And I'm just rewatching that lessons and redoing that homework and classwork which we have done in order to not forget the old stuff which I have learned. And not only that, I'm not forgetting what I have learned, but also I am improving the old knowledge. Because when you watch one lesson once, you learn something like 50% or 60%. You rewatch that same lesson second time, there is already like 60 to 70%. And I don't even know what is gonna happen when I'm gonna come back here again, third time or fourth time or fifth time, rewatching the same stuff, but from very different perspective and view. So this is one thing. Okay, I know there's gonna be a lot of people asking me. Before I'm gonna forget to answer this question, there's a lot of people already asking in the comments and asking in my DMs. There are a lot of very great people, nice people, asking me to learn, to teach them or how to learn the code. And you know what? This is so amazing. This is so amazing because I have gone through this stage of like what, I used to message people and DM people on Instagram and various different social medias, asking them to teach me how to code because I just needed some kind of guidance. I just didn't know what the heck I was doing, and I was just trying to, you know, do something with my life, do something with my life in a good meaning, in a good way, right? I wanted to learn how to code, but I just didn't know how to learn to code. I just didn't knew what to do. I just didn't knew all of the things, I just wanted to do something. I wanted to learn how to code, and I wanted to learn how to code any other possible way rather except spending money on it, because I just didn't had money and my mom couldn't pay. And what happened eventually, I learned something, basics of HTML and CSS, not JavaScript. Let me underline it. Just HTML and CSS, enough to build some kind of landing pages from Figma, very basic ones. And after asking a lot of people, maybe 5, 10, I mean, before I get to close my first client, brother, I don't know even how many people I have asked to make them a website. Honestly, I remember last 10 before getting to close my first ever client. But everything before that, maybe it's 100, maybe it's thousands of people I have messaged and cold. I just don't remember these people, honestly, because I have quit trying to become a web developer in like for a period of time and then came back. That's why I can't remember. Maybe it's hundreds, maybe it's thousands. I can't remember. Only the last 10 people I have cold to, and that last dude who accepted my offer gave me money to make them a website using HTML and CSS. I made them a website using HTML and CSS and made over $2,000 in my like this. And I took that money and reinvested into myself and get the real education. I bought a programming course in coding bootcamp. Over 200 hours of studying, 200 hours of 7 or 8 months with a certificate and with a clear guidance. You don't have to ask yourself what I have to or what I should study next. That's the beautiful side of the bootcamp. Not only you are with somebody else learning, you can find friends, you have teacher, you have, especially if you can find a really good teacher like I did. Like, this man is just insane. He's still connected with me, asking me if I got a reply or got a test project or got a interview. Such a nice and kind man. Is just alhamdulillah, man, alhamdulillah. Okay, this is my story, how I got my first client, and this is my story, how I learned the code. I don't know if it's gonna be true for you, honestly. One thing I can say to you definitely, don't think that this YouTube tutorials and stuff on the internet can teach you anything. Never, never think that. Never think that. I mean, I don't want to say you that it can teach you enough, but I used to believe and I used to think that this is not gonna teach me anything. And the truth is, something is better than nothing. 6 hour, 10-hour long courses, of course, not 200-hour long education like in coding bootcamp, but it's still also something. It's still something, you know? And I would recommend you to, if you don't have anything except internet connection in your laptop, do at least those, man. Do at least those. Whatever you can find, use it. Consume it. Whatever you can do, whatever you can find, just try, you know? I don't know what kind of courses I went through because I didn't completed a lot of them. Why? Because I used to think that I'm not learning anything out of it. A guy is not explaining or something like that. And I think I would have gone a lot far if I would have been more patient, and if I would have changed my mindset from like a locked and closed mindset, thinking that what, if I'm not gonna learn the precise and exact way where you understand what you're learning, other options like just do anything you can and just use whatever you have in your hands kind of options, not for you, man. Not for you. I mean, I would have questioned this decision, honestly, if I can go back in time and just if I would have had no money to buy a coding course, I think I would have, I'm saying this to you, I just forgot what I wanted to say. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna teaser a little bit. I have a goal, inshallah, for this or next year, in next 2 or 3 years, to make a really, really, really in-depth course on YouTube entirely for free. Because I have gone through this stuff myself, and I have, YouTube courses are like 6 hour, 10 hour, and if you break down them to 2 hour long, one lesson in coding bootcamp is 2 hours. 6 hour long course equals to 3 lessons in coding bootcamp. And I mean, 3 lessons in 1 month in coding bootcamp, if you study, it's like 12 lessons. And that's why I'm not saying you that this is gonna teach you everything and from start to finish, but is it gonna teach you something? There's difference between 0 lessons and 3 lessons. 10-hour long course divided by 2 is 5 lessons. 0 and 5, which is larger? Very basic question. Before I'm gonna make this in-depth course, maybe 100-hour long or 200-hour long, which I'm probably gonna be very proud of this work, because there are millions of people out there who don't have so much don't have this kind of structured and in-depth and long courses like I'm gonna do about front-end development, from basics of HTML to a React.js full project like Spotify clone, inshallah. Yeah, but it's gonna take me time, and I don't want you to what you're gonna do until I'm gonna create this course. Go ahead and study anything you can. If you want to be a front-end developer, it is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, basic JavaScript, and then after mastering these three guys, which is gonna be enough to build a lot, then go ahead and learn React.js, my library. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. DMing people. I DM'd 30 people let's go ahead and see. I DM'd 30 people at like 6 p.m. or something today. And I have applied for 2 coding jobs. I found 4 emails. I applied 2 out of them and I have 2 left. Yeah. And I'm gonna start my startup today, inshallah. I'm gonna... Okay, yeah. I have a 1 test project, you know, another company which have accepted my offer to get this job. They gave me a test project, so it's 5, you know, work opportunities. And so far there is no people. Okay, so far there is no people, there are no people replying me to my messages, but I have messaged 30 people on Instagram today. 2 coding jobs emails sent, and 1 test project. It gonna begin right now. I'm gonna start it right now, inshallah. Just gonna create first HTML and CSS document. Ah man, it's 28 today. I have to finish this work, this project until the April of 30, yeah, 2 days. They actually gave me 5. I just wasted 3 days, honestly. Just the last 2 days I'm gonna do something about it. Oh my god. And I'm gonna start my startup today at the same time. My eyes are kind of red in the video. They're actually red, kind of. They either look red or they are really red. Okay. Nice. I think that's it for today. We're gonna start a startup, a new test project. After recording this video, we're gonna upload this video. It's also a kind of job, you know, work which you have to do. And yeah, alhamdulillah, for a very, very, very nice day. Peace.